Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well, staying home and staying safe. For today's video, I wanted to do an old school makeup tutorial. No top 5, no challenge, no nothing, just an old school sit down makeup tutorial. So if you've been feeling stressed, if you've been feeling anxious, if you're just bored at home, just grab some makeup. Let's sit down together and do our makeup. Makeup has the power to transport you in a different space and time and mood. So, just grab a little bit of makeup. Let's relax together. Let's do some makeup together. I know it's a little shallow and a little vain, but whatever helps you right now to stay sane. So yes, without any further ado, if you want to do some makeup with me, then please keep on watching. I'm starting my makeup off by using MAC Strobe Cream. This is in the shade Peach Light. This gives your skin a very glowy effect and your makeup slides on top beautifully. This primes up your skin. You can also use it individually just like that. So I'm going to take a little bit of that, warm it up between my fingers, and I'm going to start massaging it on my skin. I'm going to concentrate more on the centers of my face because that's where the tension goes most, and then I'm going to work it outwards. Once my skin has had about 20 to 30 seconds to absorb that cream, and I'm going to move into my foundation. I'm using Skin Shield by Nykaa today. This is in the shade 06 Warm Nude. I'm currently using this. So I'm going to take a little bit of that on the back of my hand. Just that much, not a lot. And I'm going to work it on my skin. So I'm going to dot it all over my face first. And then I'm going to use my Huda Beauty Buff and Blend brush, and I'm going to start buffing and blending out just like how the brush tells you to do. So I'm just going to work again starting from the centers of my face, and I'm going to work it out. I do really like this foundation. I have a complete review on this foundation, so I will leave it up in the eye for you so you can go ahead and check it out. But I think this shade particularly is a tad bit too dark for me, just a tad bit too dark. Nothing that's not workable. I'm going to be using my Milk Makeup Concealer today just to balance everything out so that, we don't look as flat as we are right now. So I'm going to start applying this on my inner corners. I'm just going to concentrate on my inner and outer corner. This is called the facelift technique, and I've been loving this. So you end up using a lot lesser concealer, which also in turn then lesser exaggerates your under eye lines. It doesn't cling on to them, which just makes you look more youthful too. So I'm going to also apply this on the centers of my face, again just to bring some light back to the centers of my face. And I'm also going to apply it right here under my cheekbones so that my face looks a little bit more chiseled, just a little bit more chiseled. I'm going to be using my PAC S1 brush. This is from their face kit series, so it doesn't really have a number, but it just says S1. I'm going to start blending this out. This concealer is such a dream. I haven't been able to put it down. It just works so nicely. As you can see in real time, it blends out beautifully, like beautifully. You don't even have to like put in a lot of pressure or blending skills or anything. I just hope Milk is available in India rather sooner than later, because it can really have like good sales here. I don't know why companies don't come to India like quicker than they do, because it's such a huge market. Like, people are waiting for so many brands, and when they come, they either just jack up the prices so much or are just available in like obsolete locations. For example, Cover FX came to India. I had no clue. I had honestly no clue that Cover FX was in India. They're only on Sephora. So Sephora's website, which is basically shit, does have Cover FX, but then again, it's such a hassle to order from there. So yeah, I wish like Milk comes to India soon. That's all I can say. So now, starting off with my eyes, I first like to do my outer corner, and I take it up till my temples just to get a nice facelift, as to say. And then I work on the other outer corner. So I work on the inner corner the last. This gives the concealer a little bit more time to settle down and give me a little bit more coverage, because I think a little bit more coverage harms no one. Everyone needs a little bit extra coverage under their eyes. So I just tap it into place. I tap so that I get a lot of coverage on the inner corner, which is my darkest area of my dark circle. And then with whatever's remaining on my brush, I go on the rest of my under eye and I take it down towards the bridge of my nose. So I'm not taking any extra product. I'm just working with whatever's on my brush. Same on the other eye. Just tap the product first into place and then use the extra product to cover up the rest of the area. I'm going to go back into my foundation brush, and I'm going to go all over the areas where the concealer meets the foundation, just to make sure there are no harsh lines or edges. Although with this concealer you rarely get them, but still one can never be too sure. You can never overblend. I mean, you can overblend, but you know what I mean, right? With base, you cannot overblend. And once that is done, I'm going to move on to my powder. For that, I'm going to be using my MAC Studio Fix today, which I am so committed to finishing up. I have broken the cap off my mistake, but I am not left with a lot of that. Actually, this is still a lot and it's going to take me a while to finish this, but I am committed. I am committed to this finishing up life, all right? So I'm just going to take my Sigma Concealer Blender Kabuki brush, which is more of like a powder brush for me. I like to use it to set my under eyes into place, and I'm going to get a little bit of powder on that brush and I'm going to start pressing it down on my under eyes. I feel like when you're pressing the product down, it just tends to set your concealer better, and of course you're going to get like fine lines and all of that under your eyes if you are putting on concealer and powder, but this just delays it a little and it makes it a little lesser visible. So I like to like push and press the product into place, and I take my sweet little time with it. I don't rush through this process. Like, you can rush through everything else in your makeup, but if you take your sweet little time with this, it will help you in making your makeup last way longer than what it does right now. And I also like to go around my mouth, and when I'm doing that, I like to make the Hanumanji face, what I call the Hanumanji face, which is like this, so that my skin is a little expanded over there, so that the fine lines can again set into place really nicely. If you are someone who faces like smile lines or just lines over here like mouth area, then try this technique. You can also do the something that you do at the parlor wali auntie, which is like putting your tongue out like this and then press it into place. This again is the same idea, right? Like, you are expanding the skin so the fine lines can really get the product there, so that it's set nicely and it doesn't move for a really long time. Now comes one of my personal favorite step of a makeup tutorial, and that is bronzing up my skin. I'm going to use my Hoola by Benefit, and again, this is a product I've hit pan on, and I'm so proud of that fact. Like, look at that pan. That pan is a glorious pan. So I'm just going to use the brush that comes with it because I love this brush. I'm going to pick up a little bit of product. You don't want to go overboard with this because this is a pigmented product. And then I'm just going to start on the hollows of my cheekbones, really close to my temple and my ear, like really close. And then I'm going to work it down when I don't have as much product, because I don't want a lot of pigmentation over here. It can look very patchy. So most pigmentation should be here near your ear, and then you come down with lesser product, and with whatever's extra that you have here, just push it upwards like that. Push it upwards because that just gives your cheekbones again a little bit more structure. Also gonna go around my hairline. Now I don't need to do this because I do have like a smaller forehead, like a relatively smaller forehead, but I like to do this because it just makes my look cohesive. It doesn't look like I have two stripes of bronzer on. It just makes it look like, oh, I've been sun-kissed, I've been out on the beaches and everywhere that we want to be right now except our homes, but you gotta stay indoors, stay safe. Also gonna hit my chin and my jawline again just to chisel it up and make it look like I've been sun-kissed, because these are the points that get tanned the first whenever you're out in the sun. So these are the points that you want to hit with your bronzer. I'm also gonna do a little bit of nose bronzer again because your nose does get tanned the quickest once you are out and about. So you just want to add that little bit of bronze glow on your nose. Okay, then I'm gonna go into my MAC Mocha blush. Melba and Mocha are my two most favorite shades of blushes, not just from MAC but overall. I really like these shades, and I'm just gonna use another brush from the PAC Face Kit, and I'm gonna apply this on my cheeks, and I'm gonna push it back into my bronzer. So I'm gonna start right here on the meatiest part of my cheek where I have the most flesh and chub, and I'm gonna move it back into my bronzer like that. So it's like an inverted U of sorts. Because we already have the bronzer riding up, it sort of makes it look like it's merging into one another, which is just how you want it to be. It's like you're out in the sun, so you are blushing and bronzing at the same time. All right, so that's the look that we are going for today and every day. Right now, we're a little too matte than my liking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my Kylie Cosmetics Ultra Glow Loose Powder. This is in the shade Fiji. Another product I am committed to finishing up. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that. So I'm going to like shake it up, try to get some product out there, and I do have a little bit in there. I don't know till when this will go on. I think this powder is invincible because I'm just not able to finish it up. I'm going to take a BH Cosmetics brush and I'm going to pick up a little bit of that because I don't want to go for like visible from outer space highlight. I want more of like I'm glowing from within, had 10 liters of water, take care of my skin sort of a highlight. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that and I'm going to start on the tops of my cheeks and I'm going to round it up on the apple, again mixing it in with my blush. So we are mixing in a blusher, a highlighter and a bronzer just to make sure it all looks like a one healthy glow together, like not individual stripes but like together meshed in beautifully. I'm going to work that highlighter into my skin. I'm not going to just like apply it and leave it there. I'm going to really work it in. So again, I'm going to take a little bit of time with this one, not a lot, a little bit, because we're picking up very little amount of the highlighter. We are not picking up crazy intense insane amount, which really helps in making sure that you have a controlled movement and a controlled application. So once I'm done with applying this on the tops of my cheekbones, I am just going to go on the tip of my nose, just the tip right here, a little bit goes on the bridge of the nose, and a little bit goes on my cupid's bow. Just those areas. We're just gonna hit those areas and call it a day. To make sure everything is beautifully meshed into my skin, I'm gonna use my Bobbi Brown setting spray. I'm just gonna take a quick little shower in this one. The mist on this one is so fine. I love this product. Plus it adds a beautiful glow to your skin. So once I'm done with my quick little shower, I'll zoom you guys in so we can start with the eyes. Alright, let's start off with the eyebrows. I have my MAC Eyebrow Styler in the shade Spiked. Now listen, I have given soap brows a lot of chances, but I just don't think it's for me. So I'm going to stick to my normal brow routine. I am brushing my brows through with the spoolie that comes with the pencil. If you have a pencil that does not have a spoolie, just buy a spoolie. A spoolie is a must. I think it's one of those tools that you legit cannot live without. Like every other thing you can use your fingers for, but a spoolie is a must according to me. And then I'm going to take the pencil side of this pencil and start filling in my brows. So with a very light hand, I'm actually holding it from the other end so that I have a very light hand, and then I'm going to start making an underline. So this would give me an idea of where I need to start from, and then an overline where I need to end it. Like I don't want to go beyond this boundary. It's like Lakshman Rekha for my eyebrows, because you can go a little crazy when you're doing your brows. So having an outline really helps in guiding you through. And then once you have your outline in place, you just want to start filling those areas in. Again, pencil held from really afar just to give me a little bit more lighter hand, and I'm just going to create strokes, upward strokes on the front of my brow just to mimic my hair growth. And I'm going to go in the direction of the hair growth. So as my hair growth starts to get slanted, I'm going to start creating slanting lines too. You want to ensure that the strokes that you're making mimic the actual hair, so the direction is really important here. And I like to go in between creating those lines and taking my spoolie and just brushing my brow through. This just again gives me a better idea of where all I need to work, and this also blends the product a little bit better so that's not so noticeable. To set my eyebrows into place and also highlight them a little bit, I'm going to use my 3D Brow Tones by Benefit. What this does is it has a coppery finish to it, so it highlights your eyebrows so that it has a little bit more texture and dimension and it doesn't look as flat. So I'm just going to take this brush and I'm going to run it through my brows really nicely. Again, this would also set your eyebrows into place so they stay in place all day long and they don't go haywire, especially if you have like long brow hairs like I do, because they tend to sometimes have a life and a mind of their own and they don't listen to me. So like making sure that they set into place is very important for me. Alrighty, let's start off with some eyeshadow work. Now my eyes already have some concealer and powder on top of them, so I'm going to build it from there. And I'm going to use the Oh Honey palette by Nicka K today. It's a beautiful yellow palette. Like I love the colors in the palette. So we're going to be using that one today. I'm going to start off by taking a nice pencil brush, a stiff, nice pencil brush. And I'm going to pick up this brown shade, alright? This is something we're going to work in our crease. So you want to make sure that the brush is nicely coated evenly on all sides. Tapping off the excess, and I'm going to start placing this in my crease. You want to keep it concentrated in your crease. You don't want to take it too up or too down. I mean, you can take it too down because it doesn't matter. We are going to be cleaning it up later, but you don't want to take it too up. So you want to start slow. You don't want a lot of pigment all at once. I am taking a little bit of product at once and working it in my crease. And I'm going to layer it up and deposit the color and make a U shape, an inverted U shape as you can see, or a C shape, whatever you want to call it. Basically, you just want to go all over your crease and deposit this color. Then I'm going to take a blender shader brush which is not too huge, and I'm going to go into this beautiful yellow shade. It's a mustard yellow shade, and again I'm going to coat my brush with this, tap off the excess. I'm going to again start working this in my crease. I'm going to blend the brown out with this one and ensure that we have a nice gradient going on. So I'm again going to go slow. In this process, you might drop the color on the brown and you might lose a little bit of the brown pigmentation. You can always go back in with the brown shade and build it up again. But right now, the main area of focus is to blend out the outer edge of the brown towards the brow bone. Once I'm sort of happy with how my crease looks, I'm going to go back into my concealer. I'm going to take a little bit of that on the back of my hand. So I'm going to apply some on the back of my hand because I'm going to be picking it up again and again, and I don't want the color pigment to go into my concealer. So we have a little bit of the concealer on the back of my hand. And then using an angled brush, I'm going to create a half cut crease. I'm not going for a full cut crease, but for a half cut crease. I prefer a half cut crease on my eye shape. So I'm just going to apply a little bit, open up my eye to get another marking. This way it naturally creates a mark for you so you know where you have to apply your concealer. So I'm just going to be creating a half one and I'm going to blend the concealer into the brown on the outer corners. I'm going to work on one eye at a time because I don't want the concealer to dry down. So I'm going back in with the brush that I applied my brown with. And I'm going to blend out the edges so that we have a nice seamless blend going on and there are no harsh edges or lines there. And then using a synthetic flat brush, it's important to use a synthetic flat brush because that picks up the color better. I'm going to pick up this beautiful golden shade, like a golden honey shade. Love this shade. And I'm going to pat it all across the area that I've applied my concealer on just to get a beautiful cut crease going on. Look at that color. It's a beautiful color. I'm going to take the same brush with the brown eyeshadow and I'm going to run it on my lower lash line just to balance my upper and lower eyes out. I don't want my upper eyes to feel so heavy that my lower eyes have nothing on them. And I'm just going to ensure that it's nicely blended out with the help of the yellow that we previously applied in our crease too. I'm going to highlight my inner corners and outer corners with the same highlighter I used all over my face because there isn't a highlighty shade in this palette. Like all of the colors are beautiful, but there isn't a proper highlighting shade. So I'm going to use my own highlighter just to brighten up my inner corners a little bit before moving on to the most exciting step of this tutorial. Like you must be thinking this is the most part, this is the most important part. But now we're going to have the most important and most fun and most exciting part coming up. For the next step, I'm going to take my Debashri Beauty Define Liner in the shade D-Strap. And before we move on to the actual step, I just want to quickly say how proud I am of Debashri. I don't know if she will see this video or not. It doesn't matter. I just have to say it out loud. I'm so proud of her. I'm so happy for her. And I'm just over the moon using this product in my video. It's such a beautiful company and a beautiful product that she has created. I am so, again, proud of her. We've had long night chats and whatnot, and oh my god, this is such a proud moment as a friend, as a colleague, as a co-worker, whatever you want to call it. It's a very proud moment for me. So I'm going to take my setting spray and I'm going to mist this product because you do have to activate it with water. And I'm going to take my Kryolan brush, which is very teensy meensy, and I'm going to just swirl it around in this product just to coat it up nicely in this product. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create an inner corner line, like a line like that in my inner crease. And then I'm also going to create a half flick because that's very trendy. So once I have enough product on, I'm going to start with the outer corner first and I'm going to create just a nice small wing. See how beautifully pigmented that product is. My god, Debashri has done a fabulous job. I'm gonna correct that in a bit, but I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do on the inner corner. So on the inner corner, I'm just gonna again create a line right here. And I'm going to leave it at half crease, just like that. Once I'm happy with my liner, I'm going to move on to mascara. I'm going to use Nykaa's Like It Long today. I haven't tried this ever. This is the first time I'm trying it. And I do like it long. I'm talking about my eyelashes. So I'm just going to coat my upper and bottom lashes both. And hopefully this is a nice mascara. I'm hoping so because I really want to find new affordable mascaras that work great and not always be recommending Maybelline to all of you because I know it can get a little bit annoying. But honestly, Maybelline does the best drugstore or affordable mascaras out there. So I'm just going to be coating my lashes. I'm also going to be applying false lashes. Obviously, I don't even know why you thought I wouldn't be doing that, but I'll just do that off camera and then we'll return for some lipstick lovin'. Thank God for all these because this is not the most impressive mascara out there. I had to work really hard and it really didn't do a lot for me. I'm going to try the other variants that Nykaa has launched and maybe there is something that I would like. But let's finish this off with a bang with the lips. I'm going to use one of my favorite products right now. This is MAC Strip Down Liner and I've forgotten that I have other products, lip products. I wear this so often. You can already see I've used half of this up. So I'm going to start off by using this all over my lips. I'm going to line and fill in my lips with this so that my lipstick is longer lasting today. This is such a beautiful color and whenever I'm wearing this, I always get questions from you guys what lip color I'm wearing, and this is something that I've been wearing so often. If you see the what I'm wearing segment in my description, there are going to be chances that you're going to find this lip liner in 50% of them. I am going to top this off with Huda Beauty Demi Matte in the shade CEO, which is a beautiful neutral shade again. I'm just going to place it all over my lips. It will add nice glossiness to my lips. I've been loving glossy life currently. So I'm just going to add that. It also has a little bit of pinky touch in there, just a little bit, not a lot. Strip Down is completely nude. This does have a little bit of pink in there. And with that, we are done with this look. I love how this look has turned out. It's been so long that we've done just a simple old school tutorial, and it just brings me so much of happiness. And I hope you guys enjoyed this too. If you did, then don't forget to comment and subscribe. It would mean the absolute world to me. Also, let me know what other tutorials you guys would like to see, and I would love to do them for you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Till then, take care. I love you all so much. Mwah. Bye.